Hey Virgos, welcome to your money reading for whenever you are meant to find it. We're going to take a peek at your current status when it comes to your finances, look at any blocks, opportunities, and what might happen for you in the near future. So let's jump right on in and start with your current energy when it comes to finances. We have Temperance. This is the card of balance, Virgo. So it feels as though right now you are trying to be very conscientious when it comes to your finances. You might be dialing back the amount of money that you're spending right now. You might be trying to figure out how to maximize your income in terms of, how much time and effort that you put in. It feels as though you're trying to sort of elevate your finances, but doing it in a very moderated and sort of thoughtful way. So there seems to be very much an energy of balance, of patience, of a little bit of caution right here. But at the same time, with the Fool card, there seems to be this little bit of underlying desire to take a chance on something, to maybe do something a little bit different. But again, at the same time, the overarching feeling is that you want to be responsible. Like you don't want to risk what you've currently built up. But this at the same time, there's something that's telling you, I think there's more opportunity out there. And so this might be you exploring changes. This might be you exploring starting a business or something to that effect. But there feels like there's some sort of elevation that's coming in your financial space. But again, there's a very thoughtful energy around this. It's like you're not going to go into anything half-ass or uninformed. Not going to start something that you can't finish. So what we have crossing you is the Nine of Swords. So there might have been some, there could be a little bit of sense of anxiety around whatever this is that you're thinking in terms of increasing your finances. Like, what if it doesn't work? What if I'm not able to do it? What if I don't get it? This opportunity. So I think that there's like this much stress associated with it. Doesn't feel like a whole lot. It's almost like that fear of the unknown, where it's kind of like, well, I don't know what's going to happen with this. I'm not entirely sure. Now, when it comes to your strengths in terms of money, we have the Moon in reverse. So Virgo, I feel like you do your research when it comes to opportunities, when it comes to ways of making money, right? This is someone, you are very thoughtful in terms of what it is you do to increase your finances. You don't go into anything very lightheartedly almost, and that's not to say that you're walking around like with a scowl on your face and a whip in your hand, but you ask questions. So it's like if somebody comes to you and says, oh yeah, I make $5,000 a week selling jewelry. Like you want to know where the jewelry's manufactured. You want to know what the materials are made of. You want to know what the profit margin is. Like you dive deep. And so I think that that's your gift when it comes to dealing with money, is that you are very considerate and you don't just sort of move forward blindly. You do your research, like you do your homework. Now, what we have in terms of, your sort of weaknesses when it comes to making money, I think Virgo, there are times that you find yourself in situations where you do things that you don't particularly enjoy or don't particularly make you feel good, just to make sure that you have ample money coming in. And that's not saying that you're, on the street slinging or anything like that, but you might stay at a job too long because it's stable, because it brings in a good amount of money. But on a day-to-day basis, you're just kind of like, oh my God, this cannot be my life. Like, there has to be more. And I think that that's sort of what we saw up here in your current energy, where things are okay, but there's this sense that there's something else that's out there. But there's also this sort of sense of familiarity, where if you were to leave where you are right now, it's almost like the devil that you know. Like, what am I stepping into? Is this going to be a better situation? Is this going to be a worse situation? Is it, is it on the up and up? So I feel like, your biggest challenge is sort of stepping into something that it is that you love. We have the 9 of Wands. There seems to be a little sense of exhaustion here when it comes to working. So Virgo, I think that at some point you may have, had a job or had a business that you went into super optimistic and everything seemed like it was going to be wonderful. And then things just sort of shifted. And it might have made you a little bit wary about making moves, right? About sort of jumping from one thing to another, which is why you've become so balanced in your approach to money or new opportunities. That's sort of why you dig deep, right? And have the ability to research. That's why you're very cautious about moving forward. So I don't necessarily know that that's a terrible thing. Like, stability isn't bad, but sometimes it can actually, it can restrict you from things that are even better. So sometimes you just have to take a little bit of a chance. Now, what we have in terms of opportunities, we have death in reverse, and let's see if we can clarify that a little bit. We also have the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. So this is interesting, Virgo. So it feels as though there could be an opportunity, but you have to decide that for yourself. So this seems that it's firmly within your control. Like, literally the only thing that's holding you back from having more money, having more abundance, is you. And that might stem from this fear of stepping into the unknown, of taking a chance on something new. I do feel like there is something that you either have researched or in the process of researching that actually looks like it might be a really, really good fit for you. But there's this nervousness that's keeping you from pursuing it. So it feels as though this is your sort of opportunity to stop going back and forth, to actually sort of make a decision on whether or not you want to proceed. So I think, again, Virgo, the opportunity is entirely up to you, but it feels like there's something here for the taking. Now, what we have in terms of your potential outcome, we have the King of Pentacles in reverse, and we also have the Page of Wands. So I think that it's going to take a little bit of time for you, Virgo, to get in that place where you're actually ready to take that step, where you're ready to do something new. But there is going to be something that comes in with the Page of Wands. There's going to be sort of an exciting little message, an opportunity. It could be a situation where you're like on LinkedIn or something and you see a posting for a job and it's like, that sounds interesting. And I feel like it's going to be interesting enough for you to sort of step out of this energy and take a chance. I do see you making a decision with the Justice card here. So again, I think for you, Virgo, opportunity awaits. It's going to be up to you to keep your eyes open. And when you feel that little spark that comes towards you, and you'll do your research, I'm quite sure, think about taking a chance on this opportunity. Right? Like, it can't hurt for you to at least explore. And I think that there is going to be something that comes towards you that you're going to feel compelled to sort of take a chance on, to pursue. So the last oracle card that we have for you, the final message that we have from Spirit, we have life is always working out for me. I like understanding that things are always evolving. And while there are many things that could be better where I am, it's not really a problem because where I am is constantly changing to something better. I like knowing that as I look for the best things around me where I am, those things become more prevalent in my experience. It is fun to know that things are always working out for me. And as I watch for the evidence of that, I see more evidence of that every day. So this is all about change and the constant evolution of your life. This is taking that next step into that next iteration of life. And Virgo, for you, this is that next iteration of your money, how you are able to support yourself. So understand that where you are, it's okay, but there's always the opportunity for you to evolve and to go on to something better. But again, as much as that opportunity is here on the horizon, you're going to have to take a very, very active role in making sure that you keep your eyes open so you don't miss it and actually take the steps to pursue it. So things look good if you want it, Virgo. So I'm going to leave it there for you. I hope that this was helpful. If it was, like, share, and subscribe. But in the meanwhile, stay safe, stay healthy, and I am sending you all huge hugs.